Hello. I know it's pretty late. I tried to hear you up and get on here, so I couldn't do my video because it's on a different phone. I do my videos at. I'm like, dang. I was gonna do a video late at night. I'm trying to be more, you know, active on here. So yeah, I'm like, what the heck? That happened. So yeah. Yeah, I was gonna get on there yesterday, but I was kind of busy. I got off the plane pretty late, so yeah. I'm sorry I can't see what you said. And I'm gonna pin the message so I can see it. Okay. You say, hey sister, I'm glad to see you're okay. Been thinking about you since you said you were getting on the plane. Yes, I'm okay. How about you? Yes, the plane ride actually was some parts were interesting, I would admit, and then other parts were fine. Um so hey everybody that's in here as well. So yeah. Oh that's good. Hey Julie. Yeah, how are you? Yeah, I wanted to, get on here at a certain time frame, but yeah. So, I wanted to try yesterday. Okay, let me see if I can. Oh, how do I do that? How do I do that? Like to pin my email again. How do I I don't think I did it before, pin my email actually. Hold on. Let me put this up somewhere. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think I ever did that before actually. Yeah, I don't think I ever did that before. That's really weird. Oh, my bio. It's in my description. Let me see if I can do this on this phone. Because I got three phones. I use things on differently for my social media. So one of my phones I use for all my there's some person on the motorcycle around here. Anyways, it's one of them I use for just to post and everything. So let me see. Channel. Let me see how I can do this. Um, I never did that before in that way, but I don't know if it was even on a show. Never had it like that. Mhm. All right. Actually, I just realized I can do that. I don't know, Julie. Julie, are you still on here? Yeah, I see what you were saying because I was kind of like, yeah, I'm kind of confused. All right. Yeah, so I just put it in my bio area. So yeah, yeah, I did. Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, hopefully people actually can email me more. Maybe they don't know of it, so I didn't even thought about that. I'm like maybe that was the case. So yeah. Mm, maybe they got it now. Yeah. Oh, that's good that you're okay. Says, have you felt the shift? It feels like a newness all in my spirit. Personally for me, um, I don't know what exactly that I'm feeling. Like, when I got on the plane, um, I don't know. I got on the plane, I got back home. Hmm. You know, I never really thought about it, like the emotion that I feel. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm basically like the same person. I don't feel that I changed so much. I do notice before the shift of the new year, I did see that God was trying to change my prayers. He was trying to change me into different kind of praying for spiritual warfare and stuff like that. So if I'm experiencing that or anything, uh yeah, he changed that. So yeah. Yeah, I would say that much before that happened. So yeah, I didn't really see any. Yeah, I mean, I did say 333. I do I do see numbers still. I saw 555, 111, yeah, but not like so intensely. Like, yeah, for me, I just seen like little things that were changing. Like, but I felt like it was big at the same time, but they were very like, oh, okay, like I see it. But yeah, I don't know, I haven't really been feeling anything like that intense. Even though that's something that I believe that will happen over time. But yeah, I haven't really been seeing. I see this way. I can say this much. I do want to identify discernment even more into myself. That's what I want to do. I want to identify it more because something happened when I went on to the almost went onto the plane to buy something, and I knew I wasn't gonna like this shirt, but then like I ended up buying it, and I knew I was trying not to like dislike the shirt. I meant to say, but I was gonna end up disliking it anyways. I was trying not to buy a shirt that color. I feel like, and this other guy, he came into this store and he was so like, no, I'm not buying nothing. And I just wanted to have some type of souvenir before I leave Texas. And then it was this slight little situation. I'm like, whoa, but I should have just went with my discernment when I seen that guy not buy it something. I should have never bought anything. So, lesson learned. I'll say that much. Like, man, like I was just like, whoa. So with that, I don't know. I really don't know. Mm. I'm not sure. Yeah, I feel like that, like with the intensity of understanding that much, at least for me. Really, I really like that number because everybody I know usually, especially when I was in like the world, everybody would, yes, I was in San Antonio, Texas. It was for a mission. So yeah, I was in San Antonio, Texas for 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks. Yeah. But yeah, I haven't seen 222 a lot last season and stuff, and I think it was more than just, I mean, for a while after I got out of like the world, I knew that 222 wasn't only about romance. It wasn't on, it wasn't only about like, oh, I'm getting married and all of this kind of stuff. I just like the fact that God talks about like basically your discernment and knowing what and what's not going on. Basically what's going on, what's not. And I like that with 222. Is it with Daniel? He talks about the darkness and stuff being basically revealed, and yeah, that 222. Let me look at that real quick. I really like that number. I always had like twos. I used to couldn't stand three because it was the job that I was working at, all the stuff that was going on there that was negative. I just didn't like that number, but over time, I ended up loving that number. It was one of my favorite numbers to see when I got into God completely. But when I wasn't into God that much at the time, that's when that number became something very just heart wrenching to see. I would say that much. But yes, 222, it says in Daniel, he reveals deep and hidden things. He knows what lies in the darkness, and light dwells with him. I really like that one. I do, because it just like, just straight up confirmation for me, usually, if I'm asking for something. And 333 does that as well. It talks about, with Jeremiah, it says, call to me and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. And I just like that because at first, when I was in the world and I would see angel numbers, I thought it meant something totally different. I thought it meant about this and that and about job and about, excuse me, and about babies and all this stuff that the devil was showing me. When really it's literally about other things. Like, first of all, it came from the Bible, so that number, and but the whole descriptions and all that stuff, I don't think so. That's just low vibrational with that angel number stuff. Well, I also have been seeing 444 guys dealing with me differently when it comes to my purpose and the things I prayed for. I don't believe in angel numbers. Yeah, cuz like that was such a hard time for me at the time. And it was a lot of things going on, so it was really hard for me not to, like, I really did, like I really did believed in that, like back then, like years ago. I'm glad I'm out of that crap because that was not good for me. It was so unfulfilling, you know. The devil will make you think you're getting fulfilled with those numbers when you'll see it, and the whole time is stepping you further and further away from God. Like, because that's not his, I'm looking in the lens when I decide to get onto angel numbers. I'm looking in the lens of the devil. I'm looking in his IQ, his vision for me. I'm not looking in, with God, his purpose, his path, you know his whole design for me. I was looking in their way, the demons and the devil. and I was just so far away. The devil made me hating things that I shouldn't even hate. Like if I was seeing 333, I'll just feel like like dread. I'm like, I'll see 444. I was like, oh my god. When 444 means like some beautiful things. So I'm gonna look at that real quick actually. But it actually means some really gorgeous things to me. It says right here, for Jesus himself had testified that a prophet has no honor in his hometown. So first I looked at that as a bad thing until I realized I might not have no respect in my hometown, but God told me or told a lot of people to move. He told him to go to your promised land place where you will get respected. So I don't need to worry that this person doesn't like me. This person don't. Okay, fine. I looked at it as a more deeper aspect instead of nobody's going to like me. I'm just going to have to sit and deal with this. God's going to give me someone in some place to accept my abilities one day. Accept what God made me to be. If you're not a prophet, whatever God gifted for you to have. It seemed like, for instance, any job that you get, right? People have a very bad attitude with you that it never accept you for who you are. It's not like you're smacking it all in people's face that I'm good at this task or that other task. It's just that you're good at it. Somebody's gonna be like, I'm gonna promote that person one day. If it ain't this job and your boss see that you're doing good and you're doing it diligently, he's gonna send you to another place. Okay. Somebody's going to accept me. Somebody, especially if it's in if he's saying he's gonna move you and stuff like that, especially with this verse he's saying, someone's going to accept you. Right. Oh wow. That's crazy. Oh, that is crazy. Well then, hey, well that's good. Yeah, because like personally, I really didn't have a problem with Texas. I had a good time. Like especially with the surprisingly with men, I had a good time. Very much so. Ooh, it was rare. I had a problem with any guy. Ooh, any guy in Texas. It was rare. Everybody in Texas, I enjoyed them. All the men were very, very, very mannerable. Yes, I didn't have no problem with them. Mm-mm. And maybe that's something that and of course go to God more about it just to really, solidify what you're seeing. But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that like, yeah, he probably did just told you that. Outdoor lifestyle. Hello. How you doing? Ooh, it's some nice stuff on here. And it says also right here with Psalms 444, you are my king, O God, who ordains victories for Jacob. You've been talking about like victories a lot, which is crazy. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Yeah, yeah, 444, it doesn't always mean about like leaving too. It also means about victory. So maybe he's could be putting that together for you. That's one that's standing out a lot to me. That verse on Psalms 44 4. And then John is 444. But yeah, I can see that for you. Yeah, absolutely. And so maybe yeah, when you leave, that could be exactly your victory, something that you've been like waiting for to have. So yeah, I can see that. I'm going to put this one. Hmm. Hmm. Well, Strong's means something else, but for the Bible verse, it means exactly. I feel like it fits well with this. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like absolutely take that chance, ask God about it again, just to make sure. That's a serious thing. when I had to go for the mission he had me for, I had to ask like I think like probably like 10,000 times, until I lost my mind because I'm not leaving no place that I'm comfortable at for another place that I'm not comfortable at. And I don't know why and what's this. I wanted to know what I was going to have to deal with. And of course, when I got there, it didn't go as planned when it came to certain things, but I knew why God did it, even though I was upset on a lot of things, very upset. But I'm gonna talk about that on a video. That's what I want to do. I tried to do the video, but I was busy today with some business things, and it was really, yeah, a lot. But hopefully, I'll get on that conversation about it. So yeah, the the guy that God told me, the guy that God told me that is my kingdom spouse mentioned me that I should move to Texas, and I never mentioned to him what God told me to do. I don't blame you. I realized something. You know what's crazy? I realized when I get married, whenever that day happens, when God allows me to be a wife, and he thinks I'm ready. When he thinks I'm ready, it's not. When I think I'm ready, he does, and that hit different. And it's just like God been teaching me for so many years about loyalty. We can say we're loyal to everyone else, and we can say that we have self-worth with ourselves. But when God tell you to muzzle your mouth, not like a demon, but keep your mouth shut on the promises I have gave you. I don't care if it's your mom, your dad. If it's something that God is not giving you the emotion or feeling, you can feel it. Sometimes he'll keep you quiet. Like I feel like God be helping me sometimes, like before I say something or before I do something. And if he's making sure of that because you feeling like you don't even want to say it, then don't say it until it's time. It could be a lot of destruction with that until it's the moment when he'll let you do it, even though that's your kingdom spouse. Not saying that your kingdom spouse is an evil person, but it could be things around, bad energy that can really mess up because you done opened your mouth at the wrong time. So um add me a boss baby. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Thank you. How are you? Thank you. But yeah, I love SpongeBob. I got so many SpongeBob shirts. I'm about to get another one, but in a whole different design. But yeah, I love SpongeBob. Uh, my favorite show ever. All for the glory, all for God's glory. Hello. I'm sorry, my hair's in my face. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, but yeah, absolutely, girl. I would sit there and just be like, when do you want me to speak, God? When will it be your moment? You know? Oh, okay. Okay, we'll see you later. Okay, bye. But yeah, when it's your moment to speak, then it's your moment. If it's not, it's not. Just wait for that. Because, like I said, it's like sometimes we feel like we got to hear God sometimes. And I'm not saying that He's not talking a lot, but sometimes just a feeling, you know? Not even that your spouse is a bad person. Absolutely. It just, absolutely not. Like, it's just, yeah, it's all the time. But I like that for you. Cause you know what's crazy? That makes me even want to talk about the Strongs now with you. Cause with the 444, it says right here, it says a man, human mankind. It says a man, one of human race. Also says equal, hold on, relates to both genders, male and female, as both are created in the image of God, each equally vested with individual personhood and destiny. Okay. And so, yeah, I don't know. I like how also he talks about the woman as herself, human. And then he talks about the man is oh really? Oh really? Yeah, 1234. I've been seeing that, especially on clocks. I'm gonna talk about that on my community post actually. So yeah. Yeah, cause I got a lot. I told people on other live streams I have a lot of yeah, community posts to post a lot. So yeah, yeah. Like, cause I feel like to me the reason why he's saying that it's a countdown to something. You know, three, two, one, one, two, three. It's a countdown. Like we're almost there. I remember one time I was sitting on the couch and I watched this other girl I love to watch on this prophetic lady on here on YouTube, and I was watching her and she was just like talking about three, two, one, boom. So I was sitting on the couch and my mother was she was just talking to my grandma, whatever, and all of a sudden I hear not here, actually seen through I seen a boom. I heard a boom. That's what I heard. It was boom, and I looked around. I was like, what the heck? I was like, dang. I was like, what is that? It was so loud, it scared me. I was like, wow, it startled me. And I looked over at the clock and it was 3, 2, 1, and I was like, wow, that lady was talking about that. I was so shocked. I was like, man, 3, 2, 1. And it was about, I think, relationships too. So I was like, 3, 2, 1. So yeah. LOL, huh? Yeah, it was. It was literally incredible when that happened. Yeah. It was just like the literally like the same thing. And I thought to myself, like, wow, that actually happened. But yeah, that's good. I like that number for you. Yeah. Let me look at that 1234. I actually like that number. Especially when I got closer to God, he was showing me that number a lot. Let me look at that real quick. All right. So for Luke, it says, when God saw that he have answered wisely, he said to him, this is Mark 1234. Mark 1234, yeah. So when Jesus saw that he had answered wisely, he said to him, you are not far from the kingdom of God. And from then he no longer dared ask him any questions. And then he said, oh, let me get to the part because sometimes when I get on here, it goes so far from me. Okay, back to 34. Okay. And then before it was that part where he was talking about that. Oh, oh. No, that's weird. I seen something like this today. That's crazy. Yeah, he does. He speaks to us in all kind of ways. Like it's your own kind of relationship, you know what I'm saying? So why don't somebody tell me something and I'm certain like it's from God. I'm like, "Okay, it's from God. Like that happened. Okay, you know? Like cool. I'm not going to feel like that's not so, you know? It happened. He wouldn't be God if he was just so, how can I say, like the devil, he's so boring. I didn't He's just so boring to me. Like the things that he do is just so it's just such the same. I feel like anybody can do anybody can do what he do. He's nothing miraculous, you know. He's just not. He's so competitive and then repetitive at the same time for no reason. It's very pointless. Anyway, so it says right here with the 34, said, well said, teacher. The man replied, you are right in saying that God is one and there is no other but him. To love him with all your heart, with all your understanding, and with all your strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself is more important than all burnt offerings and sacrifices. Right, God is so fun. Right. Exactly. God is so fun. I feel like too, in the past, like everybody had their, their own kind of testimony or their own kind of situation that they did before they got with God. And it's just like, you know, people drink, people smoke, people, but it's just like, I felt like even when I used to drink and smoke when I was younger, it was just like, I didn't need it at the same time. Because people always thought that it was something wrong with me, anyways, like when I was growing up. So it was just like, because I was very just like, I'm a very goofy person. Like people say that on my, on here I'm goofy, but I'm like probably a little worse off of offline or whatever. But I'm trying to keep myself more sane because I'm trying to be more like serious. I'm trying to be serious because it's God and stuff like that. But God has a humor, so you know. But I be trying to be serious because I don't want people thinking that I'm just like trying to be like, just be like it ain't like it's a joke. But I'm just a goofy person. I always have, and I'm a very morbid person. So stuff that looks like I shouldn't be laughing about, I'm just like, yeah, yeah. I just don't like the seriousness of everything because I don't like the stress. So I just be trying to relax, like personally, but just have fun. Usually that's just me. But yeah, for that, I don't know. Maybe God is saying someone that is on here or that's about to come on this when I get done having this live stream. Maybe someone's dealing with a neighbor or dealing with somebody. I'm not sure. That they maybe there's someone that they stay in an apartment with that's very annoying. I'm not sure. I don't know what's that for. This verse right here, this 1234, maybe someone's staying in a duplex or a townhouse or some type of apartment and they're dealing with the neighbor and the neighbor is not too good. I'm not sure. Maybe they're staying with someone for a trip maybe and the neighbor's not too nice to hold in the hotel. I'm not sure what I'm seeing, but I keep seeing something about neighbor. It's really weird. Maybe their neighbor that at their home is very loud. They're obnoxious. I'm not sure. Very nosy. I'm not sure. That's really weird seeing that. So I just keep seeing that before I got on here about love your neighbor and stuff as yourself, basically. So I'm not sure. I am not sure at all. It could be that because I have some neighbors and they just be neighboring, and and I always have to realize like, hey, God did not say feel this way. Don't feel that, because man, I was believing like principles and stuff like that and morals and at least to a certain degree. I'm not saying we're gonna have, morals a lot of times comes with loving God and learning your self worth for you, what God wants for all of us and what you to have self worth in. And so and respecting yourself. So um I just yeah, it was just like, man, staying with this neighbor for all these years, all these different things, it was just a lot. Yeah. It was a lot. Not to the point it got like incredibly bad, but like it was not great. Oh, thank you. Yes. You see, guys, look, is your name Burrell? Burrell? Burr. I hope I said that right because I be saying stuff like so wrong. But thank you, though. Yeah, I love SpongeBob. It's like okay, good. If anyone watches my videos, they usually know I be messing up. But yeah, I love this show. I'm a tomboy, like at heart. So I'm like a sneakerhead. I don't like all them like I wear heels. They be pretty. But they pretty. I'd rather like wear like a boot heel or something. Like something like a little like wedge. I don't care about them being long, but like a wedge. So I don't got time. Oh, oh, okay. Thank you. But yeah, guys, yeah, I love me some SpongeBob. I'm such a like I don't know, like a child. So I don't know. But yeah, that 444, I think that is very lovely for you two ladies, two sisters in Christ. I really hope that you get something from that. I really do, because it's so important. So yeah. And let me look at that 1, 2, 3. I usually look at it as like 1, 2, 3, and I also think about it in a sense of a ladder, like 1, 2, 3, right? I look at it as a ladder. So let's get into that. 12, 3. So why did I say ladder? I meant to say stairs. Maybe there's something to that. I said ladder. Okay. Wait a minute. I don't even say that. Hold on. All right. So it says right here, Daniel 12:3. It says, and those who are wise shall shine like the brightness of the skies above, and those who turn many to righteousness like the stars forever and ever. Oh, girl, you must be out there praising, talking about the Lord. You must be talking about the Lord, and it's really being very beneficial. You could be changing lives under your nose hairs, and you don't even know. You could be doing that. For real. That is crazy. For real. Oh my gosh. That is insane. You could be doing that. Girl. I hate wearing glasses sometimes because it just like it's my, I don't know, like it's just like this uncomfortability usually. So try to give me some contacts soon. So I don't know, because I miss wearing mascara. So I used to wear mascara a lot, especially when I was in high school. Like, not high school. Yeah, no, was it high school? I'm trying to think, it was high school. Or was it in my theater years? Because I used to do theater. I think it was theater. I can't remember. I think it was theater. Yeah, I missed that. I missed that a lot. No, I'm talking to you. I'm saying is just that you must have been really like helping people out unknowingly and don't even know. So I do realize that I think a lot of us do things unknowingly because the Spirit of God, we have accepted Him, in us. Don't get me wrong, we have moments when we, let the devil play with us sometimes when we get irritated, but most of the time, I believe that a lot of us have that firm, feeling of the Lord in us through and through. So yeah, I believe that you have did your moments. Yeah. Yes, I've been hearing joy, the word joy. And I hear something right now saying, joy is your middle name. So I hear something right now saying, when God is in the presence of me, I usually feel weakness in my feet, in my ankles, my lower leg. Yeah, God is saying, joy is like your middle name right now for you. Joy is like your middle name. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. So take that as, um even if you fall to the left or all the way to the right, either way, joy is something that you will fall back into. Like he's saying, basically that's something that you don't never need to do ever again. Like, if you're falling anywhere, you'll always fall right back into the middle, which will always have me there and there. You'll always be we'll be the middle together through your chaos. We'll be in the middle of the chaos. Me and you, he's saying, like, Jesus and you will always be in the middle, basically. Yes, that's what I heard. The middle. And I'm also seeing something about like caramel, something about caramel apples. When it comes to you, like caramel apples, caramel, green caramel apples. Um, yeah, caramel apples. I'm not sure if you're the type of person that likes to go to, not like, I don't know if you like to go to, what you call those things, um, like a pumpkin patch. No, something like a, how can I say? like a pumpkin patch. But those places like for like small towns where they have like little areas where like I see a lot of fall with you, a lot of your harvest season. Something about God been talking about your harvest season a lot to you. Something like that. I'm not sure if that's something you like to go to get like apples and stuff, like green apples. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not even sure if that's something that you do. You like caramel or you like green apples. I'm not sure. But yes, I'm seeing that for you. Um yeah, and ask God to use you because he will use you not like a devil, like a dirty rag. He will use you and refresh you. It kind of reminds me of SpongeBob, how he got used that one time on the show, and he thought he was gonna be all dirty and nasty after they used him. He thought he got into something that the devil done put him into, and the whole time after it was all said and done, he was able to go back into his clean, refreshed sponge. Like, even though the devil be trying to use you like a dirty rag, you'll be able to be plumped back up, ready to go for the next whatever God has you do. Kind of reminds me of that. That's so weird. But yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Like beauty for your ashes, basically. Something like that. Like, yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. I'm just thinking. Yeah, it's like, yeah, something like that. You're yeah, like you're not as dirty as the devil try to make you as. Like you feel like a lot of us we feel like we just used up. Yeah, but we're not. So yeah. Okay. So you also said, yeah, even though circumstances are not looking like it, LOL, God is good though. Nothing and nonetheless, I do believe I okay, yeah. Yes, I find myself talking and telling people about God a lot. I love talking about him because he is so good. I do like Carmel in farmers market possibly. I've been seeing the word harvest, and he's led me to Amos 9:11 yesterday. I'm study in my study Bible. It mentions harvest. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing something about a harvest. Because usually at these farmer places that they be having for like a how can I explain, like a fair, something like a fair, like one of those. Let me see. Yeah, yeah, like it's yeah something like a harvest fair, and you can just get pumpkins and all that kind of stuff. Then like get food around the area. Some people have rides and stuff like that, but like you can get food. I don't know. Maybe you also seeing on here as I'm thinking about it. Maybe you've been seeing like plaid shirts a lot lately too. It could be that as well. Really putting it all together for you. You could have been seeing plaid shirts or desiring to wear plaid shirts as well. Like something plaid. It could be that as well. So I don't know. But yeah, that's what comes with you. I see. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, something about harvest with you, and you said it was Amos. I do like Amos, and I do like 9/11. It means like emergency. It could be emergency to like hurry up and prepare. Could be like something like that. Always mean like something so bad. Like yeah, preparing. Um, preparing. I don't know. When I see 9/11, I think like for me, when I used to see it in my dreams, God was telling me stuff that was going to. Oh, girl. Gosh, I want to talk to you. Like on this one time I want to hear about, I think it was like 2 days ago, was this other lady, and her last name on there is Sophia, I believe. Yes. And he had me talking to her on there. I was like, what the heck? I was like, okay. Absolutely. But yeah, plaid shirts. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing with that. So yeah, plaid shirts. I don't know if it's like a red plaid shirt. I don't know if it's red. I'm not sure. There's something you're attracted to is red. I'm not sure. So, um, yeah, like the 9/11. Oh, it's 12:34 now. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna look at this number in a different kind of way. Oh, let me look at this. It says right here. So it says Psalms uh 12:3, 4. We have endured no end of ridicule from the arrogant of contempt, from the proud. Yeah, from the proud. So it could have been also, he says, behold, as the eyes of servants look unto the hand of the masters, as the eyes of the maiden unto the hand of her mistress, so our eyes wait upon the Lord. And then it said, our soul have had more than enough of scorn of those who are at ease, of the contempt of the proud. So basically the same one again. I don't know. Maybe you, I'm not sure what you or anyone on here has been going through with um proud people, because I was talking about that like 2 days ago, I think, about like pride acting people, because they're so like intense, basically, like, so like religious, just so religious, like so tense, they gotta, their vessels is about to pop out, their veins, they're so intense. So maybe maybe that's what's going on with a lot of people, like that, you're certain people on here, or you particularly, that is around, like very intense people, um that just can't relax and can't take a hint, or can't take, a sharpening. A lot of us need to be sharpened, um these days, a lot of us, because things come up on us here and there, old habits sometimes, and it's nothing wrong with having. I'm smelling pollen right now, a pollen smell, like I'm seeing a daisy right now, like a daisy, like a yellow daisy right now, like a yellow flower. Well, I'm sorry. Let me look at that real quick. And you said the number follows me everywhere as well. Really? Yeah. Let me look at that real quick. I'm gonna just looking at in the Strongs. Yeah, I'm seeing like a daffodil. Actually, it's a daffodil, or is it a sunflower? It makes me think about that song, "Sunflower" from Post Malone. So worldly, but cause God gives me worldly songs. Oh, really? Yellow Daisies. Oh, that is so good. Everybody just sitting here. That's so good. Yellow Daisies. Do you remember that song? That something daisies. I can't remember that song. Apollo Daisy, Apollo Daisy, something like that. I don't know. I'm thinking about that song. I can't remember. What's it called? Apollo Daisy or something. That a song about Daisy. Uh, it was on a commercial. Apollo Daisy, it's Apollo Daisy, something like that. Oh my god, I can't remember. Or was it this one? This commercial right here. Wait. Oh, I'm seeing a black shirt right now. That's so funny. No, it ain't that one. No, it can't be that one. A dollar, here it is. Yeah, dollar for Daisy. Oh shoot, it's so shiny. You can see it. Yeah. Yeah, a dollar for Daisy. because my mom, she just bought some I remember now. She bought some Daisy sour cream, and it had yeah, she bought some sour cream, and she was eating it on some tacos. Yeah. And these and this one got this verse I like to usually listen to on my spiritual warfare videos. Is usually 101, and then 72 usually means in the Bible verse. It talks about two different things that usually stand out for me. Is usually about not judging people, and also that's crazy. Hold on, let me look at that. Daisy's in the Bible as well. And you said, yeah. Gosh, it was dollop. I was like, was it a polyp? I don't know. Like, man, it was annoying. I was just like, yeah, it was so annoying. Yes. Spider-Man theme song, Sunflower. Yes. If you left in the dark and I stuck by ya and you sunflower. So I can't remember, but I used to like that song. I stopped listening to it, worldly, But I just remember that part. I don't know. It talks about let me get on here a little deeper. It shows about like basically everything about like love. Talks about wedding. I don't know if people have been seeing five. It talks about that. I'm not even sure. I'm just trying to look at this a little bit more. Um Daisy's in the Bible with the Hebrew. Daisy. Oh wait a minute. Grace and beauty. Let me just get in this here a little bit. Hold on, let me do it like this. 'Cause I don't want nothing that is demonic. Let me look at this real quick just to make sure. Daisy's in the Bible. Daisy flower meaning. Okay. Oh, it talks about new beginnings. Um, yeah. I just want to make sure because the devil sometimes have places that you can look at and it don't even mean nothing about it, and I'm just like, what the heck? So I'm not doing that. I'm just making sure. Yeah, it talks about marriages. It talks about addiction to love, um, addition to love, rebirth, cheerfulness, beauty, purity, and innocence, hope, fun, affection. Um, so basically, I just want to make sure, just get a little deeper here in the Bible. Just want to make sure. So, okay. Acts 9, we are introduced to a daisy of a lady named Dorcas. Dorcas. She spread joy wherever she went through good works and charitable deeds, which she did. See, that's crazy that you said that all for God's glory. You were talking about joy. So it says right here, Acts 9, we are introduced to a daisy of a lady named Dorcas. So Dorcas, I'm going to see if I can look at that real quick. And it says, she spread joy wherever she went through God's work and charitable deeds, which she did. Wow. Okay, so let me just put that back up. And that's crazy. I'm about to start talking about a few things soon. I can't wait. And then sunflower. in the Bible. Faith and adoration, sunflowers, goodness, righteousness, and truth. It means the promises to that another generation of souls won to God, the Lord will be seen. Oh, wow. Faith and trust in the Lord. Sunflower. I'm gonna look at that song real quick. Sunflower. Post Malone. Um, then you're left in the dust unless I stuck by you. You're a sunflower. I think your love would be too much, or just be left in the dust unless I stuck by you. You're a sunflower. You're the sunflower. Oh my god, this song gives me like a prodigal word. Actually, this song gives me more like a prodigal word because he's talking about basically um someone is the prodigals overwhelmed basically by the love that they were getting from someone, and now even though that was very overwhelming, and they did probably break up with you or said they wanted a break, but they are basically still in love with you. Basically they still can't get you off their mind. It's hard to let that go. Yes. Yeah. So um yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, like a on and off boyfriend over the years, over the moms. It was like on and off all the time. So that's also what I was seeing. Really? That's crazy. I'm done. That's crazy. Yeah, that song. I don't know some about it. All right, let me look at this 555. It says the grace. It says grace, and it also says right here with 555 in the Bible. Yeah, in the Bible. Yes, in the Bible. Yes. The Bible verse. It says Isaiah 555. He talks to me about this a lot. Surely you will summon nations you know not, and nations you do not know will come running to you because of the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel. For he has endowed you with splendor. Let me see this. It also says, I never understood why I'm so outspoken in my words that why I'm so outspoken and my words that my words sometimes are sharp, but now I understand. And I notice that drawn to prophetic people and vice versa. Yeah, and it just be a good time. I'm never letting nobody try to make me feel like I shouldn't speak and stuff. It's just like I'm gonna keep doing me. Okay. Yeah. What do what do consider a prodigal? My kingdom sponsor and I never met in person, but he's in a relationship now. Oh, so my kingdom spouse and I never met in person, but he is in a. So what are you saying? Like you never met him online? You never met him like anywhere? Like no online, nothing. Just you heard of him in the spirit, say, God saying that this is your spouse, like basically like that. Nothing like you meeting him. Because if you have never met him like online, or in that kind of way, or a family friend, or it could be meeting him in high school, college, at a job, walking down, outside, out, at a park, grocery store, whatever. You just met him before, and y'all just stopped, or y'all went on a date before, and it just didn't go right. It literally can be a lot of stuff. But yeah, it literally can be like a lot of that. Like it could mean that you're a prodigal with that. But if you're like anything like me, because I'm a Kino spouse, you know, I'm a Kino spouse. So yeah, God has my heart like just stretching for like 2,000 years. So when I meet him, I just don't know. I just don't know what I'm going to do because it's been a long wait. Like, I just feel like we got to talk for a very long time. That's how I feel about it. But yeah, 'cause we don't know each other. But, because you're a prodigal too, don't mean that that you know the person. A lot of us don't even know ourselves. So not only are you getting introduced again to yourself, when you get with God to see what God really has for you, what he really wanted you to do since the beginning of time. So you're getting introduced to yourself again, and you're getting introduced to that person. You're getting introduced to again new to everyone that knew your old self. You're getting out of, like I said with other videos, everybody talking about butterflies and stuff. You're getting out of that cocoon, but it's like you're going back in but coming out as a butterfly. First you were a moth, and then like now you're a butterfly now. Yeah, now you're a butterfly. But that is crazy. The song is so good. We met on IG, we conversed for a period of time, then he got in a relationship with a counterfeit. Oh, so you're a prodigal. Mm. Did he just like just stop talking to you out of nowhere, or did you, or like what happened with that part at least? Like was it just like a you know because I'm trying to figure out why is this song because I had this song over my head when I was at before I got on live. I had this song in my head before, when I was at my Airbnb. So that's just I'm just trying to think about why did I have that on my head. Oh my gosh, I'm over time. I'll try not to be on here too late with everybody. I'll try not to be late on here with everyone because sometimes people don't like those late, you know, those long extended ones. Because I'm usually up a lot, so well, of course I'm a little tired today, but but yeah, I usually like be on it for a while. Wow. Man, somebody's getting the love part. Let me look at this one. It says right 1234 Strongs. It says rip or open. Maybe something's about to get out of like a cage. Maybe something that's getting out of a cardboard box, something like that. Like some type of present. You know, it could be that as well. Some type of present that is trying to get out of that cardboard box. So yeah. Oh, he sure did. Man. I just feel like this personally. You know what you know in a way of like, things are different nowadays. You get two different kind of males. Like you get the ones that are like, yeah, I'm pursuing this girl, she the one. And then you get the other guys, it's like, No, I'm about to chill over here and act in a different type of. It is ghetto, and it's just ghetto, and they just act like someone, you know, they act like another person, you know. They just did I say strings or strongs? I probably did say strings. I'm annoying. Um, oh my god. Did I say that or are you just playing with me? Oh my gosh. I probably did. So I don't even care. Cause y'all know is that what I was saying, so whatever. I hope I didn't say that. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Me and my Kino spouse isn't talking as well because it was something that I said, but I was speaking truth. I guess he felt like I was convincing him. Like I just said, sometimes men just different. They just got this thing about they gotta be right all the time until they learn to, for me personally, we both have a different learning to, submit to the Lord and humble ourselves and allow each other to sharpen each other. Even though I'm a woman, I can tell you a little thing or two, you know, about life. I can tell you something, even if I'm the younger person in this relationship or whatever. It's just like or if I'm even the person that didn't do certain things that you have done, I still can teach you something. A lot of people think you got to be highly established on a lot of things, and it's just like if I have Christ behind me, beside me, in front of me, and everything, then it's all cool. I can sit there and tell you something if I know it's God led conversation, God led, to tell you this, something that's led from the Lord. Oh, oh, I was like, man, I was like, oh, okay. I was about to say, here I go. They are arrogant and I have a lot of pride. Yeah. And see, that's where you start thinking to yourself, right? Is and see, I don't want anybody to ever think this when it comes to prodigals or keen spouses, that you're messing around with a counterfeit. Even if they're messing with a counterfeit, right? Even if you're the one standing for them when they leave this person. Because let's be honest, a lot of us when we get with these back with these keen spouses, they already have been in a relationship already, you know. And it's just like the thing is for us, we have to learn how to just deal with the fact that yeah, they fell short, probably fell short more than me, especially in lust, especially in pride. So it's just, it sometimes scares me, but then I'm like, God's like, I got you. I have you. Cause I remember when God told me it was my season. Oh, I'm gonna talk about something real deep. Oh, but I went into, yep, he's older than I am. I'm younger than him. Well, then there it is. So yeah, like they do that sometimes, and you know, because it don't help that they're a man, right? And then here they go say that, and then they're older than you. That's just it. Or if they got a job and they got a house and they got it's all this stuff, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But anyways, I had when God was telling me I was getting my marriage season of being single is basically my marriage season is coming and my single season is about to end. I was just like, I started bawling. I was like, and it was just a trickle, and it was so dramatic. But I couldn't help it because I just love me some God. Am I wrong? Guys, I bet God was like, girl, like we're still gonna be cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? We still gonna be hanging out. But it really broke my heart. I was just like, Ain't no way that we're going to have to share. Like, I was very stingy with the Lord. It was just me and the Lord. I'm stingy. What? Oh my God, this is like the only male spirit that I respect. I was very stingy, so I didn't want to give him to another person. I was like, oh, how dare he want to be with me? How dare this man want to be with me? Ooh, get away from me. But then it's like, it gets to a point, it's just like, how are you going to say that one minute you want a husband, and the next one it's like, you know, it's getting to the point, and then it's like, no, no, I don't want nothing to do with you. Nobody really gets on that part about it's only some people, like in the body of Christ, prophetic voices that tell people honestly that they are really scared of the big kaboom, the big here they are, here they're back in my life. For prodigals, here they're back in my life. For kingdom spouses, I done met them. For it's a really scary thing because it can go like boom, 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 then you're married, boom, 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 then you have kids, boom, boom. So it scared me, and I bawled to him, and I told him like, "Hey, yeah, it just been us. And that's not to say I'm all that, like, I'm saying I'm all that, but it's just saying it's just that I love me. Like, I love me. Even if I feel insecurities about this or about this or about that or about this or that, I still love myself enough not to deal with a guy in the world. I know that. You know? So God will say how beautiful you are, how smart you are, how nice you are, how good of a spirit you are. And it's like this man doesn't know me from a can of paint. And that old term, a can of paint. And it's like, that's true because he doesn't. And it's just like, here I am, got to tell a person all over again who I am, and still might get the same results of having to learn on how to get to know him and his heart. So that's just a lot. People don't really talk about how some people don't want to be a wife. Some people don't want to be a husband. It's a lot. God had to change my whole mindset about love because it really, it was very givey. I don't know if that's a word, but it's givey. And it was just giving too much for me. I was just giving. It was just too much. I got tired. So of that feeling, of that word, of that emotion, of that obligation to worldly men. So it was like godly man comes and I have to do it again. But this time God told me, yeah, you're going to be doing it again. Yeah, you're going to be telling someone you love them. Yeah, you got to show those emotions. Yeah, you got to put some effort into it. But he's saying is that basically this person is not going to be like hesitant on being reciprocal. They're not going to be hesitant. They're going to want to tell you that you're beautiful when you tell them that they're handsome. They're going to want to tell you that you're funny when you tell them that they're funny. Like, they're not going to hold nothing back to be narcissistic. Like, they're not going to hold anything back. It's not going to be, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you, Barney. Just keep on going. Like, it just you with these worldly people, it's like you just, I love you, like you just keep on, and it's never none of that back. But he's saying it's like that's not going to happen. And they might say that they love you, don't worldly men, but they don't love you. Let's be real. It's rare they like love you. It's so rare. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, for me, basically, yeah, that's what I had to learn was that, you know. So that's crazy. Yeah. Oh, wow. And yes, he has a lot of pride. And I was telling him that God doesn't like that. No, he doesn't. God does not like pride. Oh, that'll block off everything that God is trying to tell you. You might have a lot of stuff, that you need to know. And you're like, pride, 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 pride. You're just going to I just, men today I usually find it interesting. I tell myself sometimes like you just wanna eat that pride up like a little Pac-Man. Like, what is that? And it's just like it's stopping the chances of not only you hearing from God and being submitted and having submission to the Lord. It's stopping me from wanting to even be with you. Like, I don't even want to be with you because of all that pride. But that's something that God is going to work on with these men. I really believe that, and we got our own prideful issues too here and there. But I just feel like if that's something strongly on the men that y'all have, um, I really do believe it's something that we have to pray for, intercede for. We might get tired of praying, but we have to do that. Even with me being a kingdom spouse, God have revealed a lot of things to me about the person that I'm about to have, about the person that other people about to have. All of us need to know how to pray for these men, basically on how to pray for them. A lot of us have to pray differently. Some women, some of us, I'm gonna say it like this. I feel in the spirit of the Lord to say this. Some of us feel like we have to, not have to, but we feel like sad. Like, say for instance, like the other woman, she's not dealing with this. She's not dealing with a prideful man. She's just dealing with a man that don't know how to show his emotions. Like, in a sense of, how can I say, like, he don't mind hearing me tell him about this and that, but he's scared to tell me that he loves me, which is still pride, but in a different kind of way. Or it could be fear. He got a lot of fear. So now I gotta, this woman over here, she's gonna pray for her man to stop having fear. And then for the other woman, she could be praying for her man to stop having lust. Like, it goes in a lot of ways. Everybody prayer for their kingdom spouses is different. We don't all have the same kind of prayer. We just don't. Even though I wish that we had, but a lot of us, do you understand? What you all just praying for a man to just be ready to be with us. Just not the whole intense big huge ones. It's like, because sometimes whatever demon that's attached to a man or a woman, it's hard for it to get off. So you have to do some fasting for your spouse when they're not fasting for themselves, when they don't even love themselves enough. And you got to love on them, be agape to them even before you meet them. God is teaching us agape love before we even get with these people. So we don't need to be just rushing it so it won't be so overwhelming. Love don't supposed to be so overwhelming like that. It's supposed to be overwhelming of happiness. Not all this intensity. Like, to the point it just make you sick. So yeah. Yeah. And that's all they pray for: deliverance. Pray for acknowledgement. That he acknowledges it so he can seek for deliverance. A lot of times you don't even know why you doing it. You don't know why you're doing it. You might believe that you need deliverance, but you don't think this is the situation that you need deliverance on. He might think he need deliverance on something else. He probably think it's something totally different. So you got to ask God to please give me that. Oh, thank you. Call me Lego. Thank you. Yeah, a lot of people be saying that my in my house looks like a cabin cuz I even got wooden floors. Like, everything just wooden. Like, the TV, the thing that's in the TV is wooden. But thank you. Like, everything's like wooden. Even though I believe for the home I'm having, I'm done with wood. Wood is done. Wood is out of style for me now. I done been around it for 24 years. So, yeah, I like wood, but I don't think wood like me. So, because we're done. But anyways, so yeah, it's just like, yeah, absolutely. Like, that's why I feel like you just need to pray for them, for that pride, whatever that's in them. And pride, man, like I said, pride is something else. You're not submitted to the Lord completely, when pride is your biggest downfall, usually, and stuff like that. When that lust or that pride or that sin inside of you is just literally overwhelming you. So, and cause we all sin, but some sins are really hard to kick off. It's like, dang, get off my back. Some sins are like that. So, we just have to have that love with them, through the whole transformation that God's going to do for them. Vondale, I hope I said this right. Hold on, I'm sorry. Let me just go up a little bit. Vondale, hello. I hope I said that right. Vondale. Hello, how you doing? Yes. 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 Yeah, yes. And it's like, and then it's always this confusion. It's like, and you'll be talking to them. I see a lot of women be talking about how they be talking to them, and then it's like they'll take it into the wrong. They will turn it into something else than what it really is. I didn't mean it that way, but then they'll take, and that's that Leviathan. It's so evil, and they just turn it. He just turned into something. He's so evil. He'll just turn into something else, and then all of a sudden, you thought that you were really showing your heart into something and really talking to them concerning the issue, and all of a sudden, words just get messed up, or it just, yeah, it just gets messed up. Yeah, it's never what you meant. It's just never what you meant. That devil's so evil. I just thought about that. Like a Leviathan, he works bad with everything, and I just realized it is bad. Oh, it's bad. Ugh. Ugh. And a lot of times I feel like Leviathan, he creeped in when you were a kid, and for some people, because sometimes I find some people are highly defensive, like all the time. Too, it doesn't always mean that Leviathan creeped in because it just creeped in. It's just if they were just sitting on certain occasions, or if it was just something that, yeah, basically they're sitting on certain occasions. Leviathans, for some people, it's always been that they've been very defensive. Like they've been very defensive. As if it's sometimes if you're unknowledgeable, you'll think to yourself, they're gonna let that demon just sit in them so they can have an excuse to just hate everybody. Like sometimes that's what you think. So, yeah, with some people that have that very defensive spirit, because you could say anything to some people and they just take it to the wrong place. And of course, that demon needs to be delivered out of them, but it will make it hard for you to speak to that person. I understand that. So, but don't get tired. If God is telling you to keep interceding for him, it's clearly that's your spouse, and it's clearly for a reason. He can't do for himself. So, he's weak on that. I want somebody when yes, when I get with my spouse, I want him to where I'm weak at to help me. Not look at it as a full-fledged burden, but look at it like, okay, I'm being a servant to my spouse, not with money, not with buying me stuff, not with sexual favors, not with any of that. Because we're always talking about that, a man, and about a wife and what a man's supposed to do. And that type of aspect, it's always sexual favors or um, um, providing, getting him a hot meal and cleaning his clothes. And then for him, he's always paying for the shoes and getting your roof over your head. It's so much more than that. I want him to provide security for me and to speak what he need. Let me speak what I need to speak for, and I want him to feel like he can tell me whatever he feels without it being all that judgy feeling and religious spirit creeping in and not understanding and choose not to understand. I don't want any of that. I want a spouse. I don't want an enemy, you know? So I don't care about the long wait that it takes. Because even if he comes to me with the Leviathan spirit that's still there, I'll know how to fight it instead of walking away and ruining something so beautiful because it's something that he can't break right at this very moment. And I know with the grace of God, the mercy of God, He wants His relationship to be. He will break that. I'm telling you now, these men gonna break that stuff. They gonna break it. Now it's in God's will. Ain't nothing gonna break off. What do you say? Whatever God puts together, I'm going to. Now it says, "What therefore God have joined together, let not man put asunder." So I don't care what that demon is doing. He's not going to make y'all drown. That marine spirit that's there, y'all not going to drown. You're not going to drown. You're just not. I don't care what shark that comes by y'all. that try to get you off of there, you're not gonna fall. You're not gonna drown. Okay, God bless you too. Yeah, yes, I didn't know anything about it. God told me to pray about it. When I pray, oh yes, it's 1 1 where I am right now. Okay. Yeah, God bless you too, Vondale. It says right here, Ephesians 1 1 1, in him we have obtained an inheritance, having been pristine according to the purpose of him, who works all things according to counsel of his will. So, with that being said, that is what it is. It's his will. That's what he's saying. He wants y'all to be together. Who cares about them demons that's trying to keep on pushing y'all down into the mud, putting your face, both of y'all faces into the mud? Who cares? Who cares? Because God is just telling us and showing us how to deal with these attacks when we get married. So we don't be sitting out here failing. He does not like divorce. Let's just be real. God doesn't like divorce, especially with nonsense. He don't like it with sense either. But if it has to be done, you see people that get divorced, they just do. But with nonsense stuff that we can break and that we can do that, and I'm going to do it. I don't care. I'm going to try my best to allow God to give me agape love, and I'm going to pray, and I hope He'll do the same. Of course, I don't want no divorce. Of course, that's not something that I want or anything with anyone I get with. But at the end of the day, God does. Let's be honest. A lot of times, these divorces too, it was some people they met each other with prodigals. They met each other, but it wasn't. How can I explain? It was a lot of friction, even though that's still your spouse. But it was a lot of frictions. A lot of these prodigals are getting married again. It's in His will for you to, if you break up with someone or you get a divorce or you whatever, if it's in your will for y'all to get back together, you get back together. You see some people that are divorced before and they get back together because it wasn't God's will. It sounds strange to the person, like, dang, they said the most meanest evil thing in the world to each other, but God put them back together. So that's how I look at it. I ain't tripping on them. Okay. At the end of the day, I'm going to tell him what God says. The Lord and the Spirit raises up every time, and my spouse believes in God as well. He grew up in the church, and I didn't. Yeah, and that's the thing is some people don't understand is it's like, oh my God. I just realized something. You said that he grew up in the church. Um, hmm. Yeah, he grew up in the church. Sometimes people that go to the church a lot, they be thinking like that they know more than anyone sometimes too. I'm not even trying to be mean on that. Like, they be thinking because they go to church, it's just like, I'm just the smartest, corn in a cob. And it's just like, you're smart, but like, you're not like God. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Even me being a prophet and stuff like that, I would love to hear another prophetic voice tell me something, because I'm just like, I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that. What? Especially if you talk to me very nicely, and like you talk to him very nicely, you tell him, hey, this ain't right, that ain't right. That's cool. If he can't take that and say, you know what, then I don't know. That's on him, at the end of the day, because sometimes you really do be trying to, like, basically help somebody but not be so aggressive, and they take it in a negative tint. That wasn't your intention. Then that's just what it is. Yeah, teacher and student situation, it's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, it's just you gotta pray for him. That's all it is. And stay firm in it too, and believe that one day if God promised you something, he's not a person to lie. He don't lie to us. He don't tell us that he's going to give us something. and then leave us hanging dry. That's the devil. He tell you to the devil will tell you go sacrifice this and sacrifice that and still don't get nothing. Still don't have anything. You done literally done took everything that means a lot to you to still have nothing. The difference is with Job, everything went with Job. He got everything back. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they religiously. Yes. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Yeah. Yep. I know for a fact that he is running from his calling because he's rebellious. Yes. And pray for him to understand that. Of course, sometimes, you know, pray for him not to get the wrath of the Lord of rebellion either. I also will say that, um, oh, I'm sorry, my back's kind of this freaking, okay, this freaking, chair. I mean, this couch, I don't have no, nice, like, steady thing to sit on, so I'm kind of like trying to, um, but yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I would say that. Pray for him. If you have to fast, if it's like a 24-hour fast where you just do your prayer for 12 hours that day without eating, or 12 hours that day without watching TV, whatever that could be. Just fast for him himself. Sometimes these men are so into the world and I'm just gonna be honest with women's physiques, and then you got money over here, then you got drugs over here, then you got friends want to do this, then you got clothes and shoes and the fast life. They forget everything sometimes, and then they say they with God, but then they want their friends. Then they want, then they want their gluttony, then they want to spend money. You can have God all in you and still be doing things that are not of God. We all do that. Even if we get very close to the Lord, we all fall short. I will never meet a perfect person in my life. I know I won't. It's inevitable because I ain't neither. So, and that's fine. All I'm saying is that at the end of the day, if you repent and you mean it, God will forgive you. So as he's being rebellious, when he gets that deliverance, I hope that he not only, when God forgives him, hopefully when he repents for everything he has done, whatever that could be, hopefully he'll forgive himself too, because you don't want anybody that done stuff in the past and then can't forgive themselves either. You want him to forgive himself, because that's important. Forgive God, forgive me, but allow me to forgive me too. And that goes with everything. All right. It be the it be the main church that talks about how they grew up in the church but don't know God, that have that relationship with him, with at all. Yes, a relationship. You know, when God told me when I was with my mom at the Clovers that we were friends, it meant everything to me. I thought it was very strange timing. Like, why are you telling me at Clovers when I'm trying to eat? I'm hungry. But he said we're friends. Little as I know that that would mean even more than anything to me. Over time, I already thought we were friends, but he allowed me to know for certain that we were, and it really warmed my heart. A lot of us, when we get with God, we never, before we even got with around God, we never even had friends. A lot of us need friends. We need friendship. God is friendship. We need friends. We need a friend. God is friendship, man. And more than we think. And that's what, my problem is, sometimes it's just like the same thing with parents. I want a balance with my mom. I want a friendship, and she's a mother, and that's always hard to work with because she's a human. But I like the balance of it all. I don't want to feel fear to tell her something important. And then I don't want to also feel like if something really going on in my life, she's not going to be motherly to me. She's not going to be motherly to me. She's just going to be a friend. So I want that balance, and I need that balance. I deserve that balance. We all do. So yes, absolutely. Take that chance on faith, because that's the best thing to do during this time. So, yes. So 123 in the Bible it says, oh, that's crazy. Philippians 123 it says, I am torn between the two. I desire to depart and be with Christ, which is better by far. Huh. Who wrote Philippians? It was Paul that wrote Philippians. And basically, maybe he's confirming to you as well, Julie, about your spouse, and also with you too, Rebecca, that they probably just torn between the two. Torn between the two. You can love God or love a higher power, because some of the men sometimes they don't, they they know it's something higher, but they don't know it's Jesus, you know. But some people are just torn between the two. And so that's hard as well, because flesh is pulling you to the left, but the spirit is pulling you to the right. So maybe they just torn between the two, and just help them to understand that they can't be lukewarm and they can't be in the middle when God allows you and leads you to do that. Because sometimes, yeah, we step over God's foot because it ain't us to do it, you know. But if God is telling you, yeah, go ahead, girl, like, you know, then go ahead and do it. You know, absolutely. I don't like when people know better that but chooses to do wrong. Yeah, me either. Cause you get some people, they say they know what they're doing and they don't care. Then you get some people where they do not know what they're doing at all, you know, and they doing wrong. And then you got some people that know exactly what they're doing, like I said again, and they just don't care. We can stand for our kingdom spouses, but never get in God's way. I learned the hard way. We must follow the instructions given to the standards at all times. Obedience better than sacrifice. Right? Absolutely, yeah. If God is leading you to something, because a lot of times some stuff, like I said, we just have to be like, hey, I'm not wash my hands in the best dial soap and get all of this, you know, bacteria off of me, because I don't got time for it. You know, I love you, but I'm gonna love you from over here as God does that, as God works on you, as He changes you. A lot of y'all, when y'all meet your spouses up again, they're gonna be different. They're gonna be different. Like, excuse me. They're gonna have a different type of yeah, definitely wash my exactly, just wash them good. Make sure they get foamed up though. Don't just let them be like all watery. Make sure the dirt's really getting out of there. You're getting a good exfoliation with some people. And because some people, you just love them so deeply, but they don't love themselves, and then, or they don't know who loves them. They might love themselves to a certain degree, but the real love that you really will have is with the Lord, and sometimes they don't understand that. So tell, hopefully, over time, yeah, yeah, all the gunk, yeah. That's what's happening here. That's what I'm seeing with Philippians. He's having a probably a Paul situation, where he's just torn between the two. Yeah. And you could be seeing two a lot, to the point where it's just like, why I keep seeing this too? Just straight up two. That could mean what he is saying right here. Could be he just torn between the two. That's what's just happening. He's just torn. He don't know what to do. That devil, and like I said too, a lot of us, what I say on my ministry, a lot of these men is going to do generational curses. They don't even know that they're generational breakers. They don't even know. Yeah, they don't even know they're that, like, at all. I'm seeing the laughing face, but yeah, they don't even know that they're generational break cursors. So, um, curse breakers. I meant to say break cursors. I need to go to bed. But curse breakers. So, yeah, that's just the problem. And until they figure that out, that's when they'll know to stop doing certain things to some of them. Some of them just need a big reason, and some of them need more than a reason. Some of them have to learn the hard way. I'm just gonna be honest. But that's fine though, because one day they'll appreciate everything God has done. So for them, if it's tough or easy, because unwillingness, that's not good. It's just not. Because the devil is waiting for you to give in to sin. He's just waiting. He's like, I just been waiting for this moment. Like, I've been waiting for this moment. So, cause we got a thing. It's called 51. I usually in my house, me and my mom, we have this thing where 51 strong concordance always gets us right in check of. Let me evaluate myself if I am doing willful ignorance, or let me evaluate my surroundings. Am I okay about how people making me feel when I preach the gospel? Am I okay how people act when I see 51? Cause 51 strongs. Just to make sure I'm saying this right again in the right exact way, it says right here, it says sin, ignorance. It also says right here, willful ignorance. So I don't want nobody making me feel, yeah, right. I don't want nobody making me feel like I'm doing something completely wrong. So yeah, I will say that for instance, yeah, 51 talks about that a lot. It talks about basically willful ignorance. Just make sure that that's something that's not going on. Uh huh. Yeah, keep on talking about something. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. So yeah, I'm like, hold on a minute, wait a minute. But yeah, I'm about to get up out of here in a minute actually, cause it's actually 1:30. Yeah, over here. So, about to. I mean, I go to bed late, but I'm trying to start going to bed a little earlier lately. So yeah, I just want to start doing my videos a little earlier in the day, and then do my lives like at least once a day. Right, I'm tired. Cause I'm talking. I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. And all of a sudden, I'm like, hold on, why I just say that? I'm like, no, no, no. This is no, this ain't right. But yeah, uh. Oh my goodness. But yeah, just look into that more. Like I said, just make sure if it's a sin that he's choosing or a sin that he's not. So yeah, all right. Uh, girl. Oh my gosh. Yeah. God bless you all. I hope y'all have a good night. Postman off of here at 12:48, but I'll be getting into it. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm glad y'all catched on to that. 'Cause I'm like, wait a minute, I keep yawning over here, and then I'm like, oh, and then I forget everything I'm supposed to be saying. But oh my goodness. I'm trying to get on here a little earlier. 'Cause I wanted to do a video, like I said, but I couldn't because my phone messed up. So I said I'm just gonna get on live. So yeah, just I might be on here again tomorrow, but a little earlier though. Probably like probably like probably like 9 o'clock actually. Probably start at 9 o'clock, maybe. Probably could be 10, but I'm hoping like at least because my mom's going to work, so it's kind of pretty loud around that time. So probably like 9 o'clock, maybe. So yeah. All right. See y'all later. Bye.